The mosque, the mosque, the mosque is on fire. The mosque, the mosque, the mosque is on fire. We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker. Burn. Do 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 do. Welcome back to the channel, people. So, as you probably will have seen, there was a bonfire in a town in Northern Ireland, moygashel, I think that's how you say it. And they placed an effigy, like a replica cardboardy model of a mosque with a nice terrace hanging out the window. And some guy has actually been charged with a hate crime over there because of this. But I looked more into that, and he has like over 100 previous convictions for other sort of things, so that is why I suspect he's been refused bail and been held on remand. Anyway, right, as far as I'm concerned, it was freedom of speech, freedom of expression under Article 10 of the European Court of Human Rights. So basically, there's already been a case in England of a Turkish guy that set fire to a Quran in public, and he was attacked. Some Muslim guy went to stab him. And this guy got arrested, the guy that set fire to the Quran, and he got convicted. But he managed to get his conviction overturned on appeal, because the first judge's reasoning for convicting him was like totally flawed. It was basically some bullshit like, oh, by him doing that he was putting himself in danger, thereby he had to send a message that you couldn't do that, and it wasn't part of a proper debate. But as the appeal court ruled, this expression doesn't have to be part of a debate for you to be able to be outrageous in that manner. The court held that speech and actions which offend and shock are actually protected under Article 10, as long as it's not crossing the line into targeting an individual or like targeting a specific group and all that, or out and out hate speech. This was just a guy exercising his right to destroy his property, essentially. So, and we don't have blasphemy laws in the UK, so he managed to get the conviction overturned. But anyway, back to the Northern Ireland thing. Look, the loyalists in that area have put the Irish tricolour on bonfires before, and have burned effigies of the Pope and all that. So why should Islam get any special treatment? Islam is a foreign, alien religion, right? And people are more and more waking up, the normies, right, are more and more waking up to the fact that these people just don't subscribe to liberalism like we do. I don't, right? I don't consider myself a liberal. But the Western liberal ideas and the fact that everybody's just individuals and all that, they don't subscribe to that. They see themselves as a group. They're in group preference and all that, and their tribalism and all that. Tribalism, as I've said before in other videos, guys, right, unless people get to grips with the fact that human beings are tribal, we're not going to solve any problems, I'm afraid. There's certain groups of people that just shouldn't be in our Western societies, and it just has to be said, and it has to be dealt with in some manner or other. But it never will be dealt with, because it would be un-British to do that. Remove millions of these people and all that. So, but anyway, the thing about the Northern Irish, I mean, what the actual fuck did they, like, of all peoples, man, do you know what I mean? They're a volatile bunch. You do not fuck with those people, do you know what I mean? There's the whole Catholic Protestant thing that was going on over there for hundreds of years and all that, yeah. These people, like, they do not tolerate any shite, do you know what I mean? They come out in force, and they riot, and they cause, like, the boogaloo big style, man. So, I don't think Islam should get any special treatment. They're basically, by prosecuting this guy, they're trying to defend a sky fairy, do you know what I mean? And there's already been some Muslim has said that, further attacks will probably result from this. Well, that just goes to prove that your group, your co-religionists, are basically fucked in the head, yeah? So, I mean, if that doesn't tell you all you need to know, I don't know what does. But anyway, I have to say I found it funny, man. I've watched the streams. Various people were over there and they live streamed it, and it was just, I was laughing my head off, man. I thought it was funny, right? But basically, it's freedom of expression at the end of the day. So if you can do it with the Pope, if you can do it with the Irish tricolour and all that, you can do it with Catholic symbolism, then you can do it with a mosque, right? And that's fair game, right? If these people are going to settle here, they just need to accept that they're going to be fair game for criticism and mockery and burning their symbols and all that. Do you know what I mean? But they're so crazy that they're just going to kick off and all that. But if that doesn't tell you, or doesn't tell the elites what they need to know, which I believe they do know, but I don't really want to get into a whole bunch spiel. But basically, suck it up, Buttercup, do you know what I mean? Thanks for watching.